What is up, everybody? Third time's the charm. I've tried to record this video 3 times and haven't been getting good results. Let's hope this goes better. Now, I have tried to use an automatic soldering gun for the first time and wasn't a big fan of how it was turning out. I think the heat was what got me. I'm also using flux for the first time, and I don't know that I'm using the flux right. So that's good. But say la vie, we continue on. So I've done this job before, which is good because I feel a little bit more comfortable with it. I'm also definitely a better solderer than I was the first time I did this job. I am trying to look at soldering a different way. So John Angel said most people, when they solder, they want to connect the wires and twist them together. And then after that, what they want to do is spread the solder out over it. He said what you should do, or should be the purpose of soldering, I think, is to bridge the connection. So it's like basically the spade terminals, but without terminals, which is cool. But I don't know. I'm going to see how that works out. So I am now kind of learning how to solder better. I don't know that I am accomplishing it. And I keep having trouble with my equipment. Doesn't help me. Why are you asleep? Wake up. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Alright, so let's see if we can get this solder a little bit hotter and to spread out. I'm going to start a new page, and I'm going to copy Alvin. I'm going to take his design off his Squarespace and do an exact copy of it. And then also start selling RCR mods to the public for profit, because I want to do that. And I'm going to get the good graces of the community before I do that. I'm also going to practice a hell of a lot more on my own shit before I go around messing up other people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants they shit messed with. That is a cold stone fact. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, that's the right temperature. This is what we like. We like spreading solder. So these are the XT60 connectors. I'm going to solder 3 of these on to my 3 different chargers and not cross the wires this time is my goal. These are made of a kind of like a brittle plastic. They're less brittle than the junction box that's yellow that's made from plastic. It might be like a plastic ceramic poly. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, I'm not educated. I take guesses and make assumptions. Don't trust me. Don't quote me. Please don't sue me. I don't have the money to hire a lawyer, if I'm being honest. Okay, so I'm gonna start my own business. Gets fucking sued to hell. Anyway, I think this is a pretty good solder job on the first one. I'm going to let it cool off before I shrink tube it and put the... Oh, sorry guys. Put the bottom connection on it. Okay, so... Let's do another one. So now I have... Where did these connectors go? Yeah, okay. So I have this, and again, I want the positive in the back on the flat side, and I want the negative on the front on the round side. So I've made some little wire connectors so I can... The first time I did this job, my heat shrink was to hell. Like, you guys, I will go back and comment on it and see if you can find it. But it was just covered with like 4 of these all over the place, and it was like a 4-inch freaking space. It was a hard job for me the first time. But I mean, I was for the first time in my life soldering and using 8-gauge wires and OS 8 connectors and everything. So I'm going to be fair to myself and say I did a good job. But again, my goal last time was, like John said, as his first time solderer, my thought process is to just slather the solder on. But in order to make a good connection, you really, really, really want to be like even with your solder application. You want to have a little bit of consistency if possible. I think there's a machine that Alvin has, and I'm gonna try to source that from him, but I got an automatic soldering gun here today, and I tried to use it on a different take, and god man, it was a hard one. It was a bad deal. I also had this problem on the first take. There we go. That's fine. Shit. I'm trying to make this perfect, and I don't want to cut more of this wire off because I want it to make a solid connection. So sweet. Sorry I take some time positioning everything and you still have the light in your eyes. It's becoming a problem to keep this where I want it, but also out of the way of you guys. I'm actually more concerned about this solder job than I am you guys, so no offense. I'm gonna just focus on this job instead of trying to show off my solder skills. I thought I was going to be so much faster than this too. I did all this prep work for it and spent the day like kind of thinking it out and trying to figure out what I was going to do and what my video angle was going to be and what I was going to talk about. I'm winging it. I don't have a script. I'm not a YouTuber. I am a philanthropist and enthusiast for electric vehicles and drones and photography and videography and video games and VR, which is probably just video games at this point. Ooh. Got close to my finger there. I felt the heat. So the first time I did this job, like I said, I had a pretty bad solder job. Like, it was bulky, it was ununiform, it was very inconsistent, it was not sized, and the wires were different lengths, and just wasn't my best work. But it was also my first time, and like I said, and the first time I was soldering with 8-gauge wire and QS8 connectors, and then XT60 and whatever gauge wire this is, 18, 16, something like that. So it was definitely a thing. Let's flip this bee. Ouch. Ba-booey. 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 Woohoo. I bent that a little bit while it was still hot. And I made sure that nothing on this side is touching. Because if your wires touch, you're gonna have a bad time. If your wires get crossed, you're gonna have a bad time. So I believe the phrase, as they say, is check yourself before you wreck yourself. This video is not going to be as exciting as the battery one, you guys. Stop trying to relive the past. No one can time travel. Yet, maybe. I don't know. You know what? Here's the scoop. John Angel, time traveler. Does anyone else agree with that? I don't have any evidence other than everything I know about John Angel. He's pretty mysterious. I know he goes to some kind of farm with a family and disappears for periods of time, and I think he's got a thing for attractive women, I think, which is, his MO, probably. I don't know why this John Angel guy is the king, but he's definitely doing it. I've been talking more with V about battery builds, and I think I'm going to order a TIG welder, and then I'm going to order some 18650s. I was going to order some Sony Muratas, and they were 3,000 milliamp hours. But watch out, Dolce, please, Dolce, buddy boy, be careful. You'll learn a lesson. So I was going to buy Sony's or Panasonic's because that's what I think I saw either Lightspeed or Qi was using on their batteries. So I was going to do that, but I talked to the expert at lithium, powerful lithium. I always want to call it lithium powered, but powerful lithium or lithium power. Man, I'm so sorry, V. I will do better when I shout you out next time. I'm going to find V on Facebook and friend him. All right. So he said that I need to watch some YouTube videos, which is how I kind of learned to solder. So I can do that. And then he said I need to kind of practice, which I can do. And I'm going to have to buy a TIG welder, and I'm going to have to buy the 18650s, and there's these little casings that hold everything together. He was talking about leaving space between batteries, and it's not for heat necessarily, but it's for something to do with the connection. So I'm going to do that. Man, I wish I had a magnifying glass for you guys. It's pretty awesome. It's my first time using a magnifying glass and helping hands to solder. The first time I did it, it's miserable without this stuff. God, was it miserable. I had a soldering iron from Lowe's that was pretty rough because it came in a first-time solderer's kit. It just wasn't a very powerful soldering iron. It wasn't very capable. It wasn't very adjustable. It didn't have very many features. It was just bunk. Bunk stuff, my dudes. So, let's do the third of the three. We got him, boys. We got him. There's no way he's getting out now. Round him off at the alley. I'm sorry. This is who I am. I'm going to apologize and move along. Dude, am I high on life? Where the fuck is that connector? I had it set out specifically. What the fuck, Joseph? Hello? I hate you. I hate it here. Yeah, this is bunk. Bunk stuff. Okay. Well, good thing I have a shit ton of them. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Okay. So, same thing. The flat side is the positive, and the negative side is rounded. Alright, you guys, I think my video recording device is going to cut out soon with either storage space or overheating, because the Insta360 be doing that on 30-minute videos. Maybe not at 1080p. I think I set it for 30 minutes of recording. This is a much more solid connection. I feel better about it already. Woo! Number 3. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Keep disrespecting y'all. Dumping. Alright, you're just gonna have to have the light in frame. I will figure out a better... That's still hot. I will figure out a little bit better recording system. Okay, so now comes the bigger boy. Same thing, but bigger. So the negative side is the round side, and the positive side is the flat side. So here's the deal. These wires are 6 gauge, and they're Shoshin wires. That's what they are. And oh shit. Let's hold that right there and just solder it, because it's such a good grab, and then I'll do the negative afterwards and position it. Sick, dude. Fucking sick. Fucking sick. My gun keeps going to sleep when I set it down. I think it's because I keep setting it on metal, and I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Yeah, by the way, again, yeah, do not try this at home. Don't emulate anything you see in this video. The man you are hearing speak to you right now is not real. He is a simulation, a figment of your imagination, your psyche come to haunt you. I will forever live in your dreams, and you will know me only as pain and sorrow and loneliness. Look at this cat. This fucking cat. Get out of here. What are you doing? Yeah, you can tell I'm a single bachelor because I've got a garage in my living room, Power Ranger toys, and 2 cats that I talk to by myself. I really want to get some sort of automatic solder machine for this kind of stuff. I know they exist because I know John has talked to me about how Alvin has a badass one. And I don't want to shout Alvin out unceremoniously, but I believe he does have something cool there. I didn't like that first solder I did, so I'm going to redo it. Perfection. I also bought flux, but I really don't understand flux. Like, you see people slathered on circuit boards, but does it help the solder spread and I'm just misusing it? To me, it hasn't done anything but cool down the solder, and maybe that's what it's for, but I need to watch more YouTube videos or talk to professional soldering people to figure that out. So I'm at 21 minutes, so this video is a little bit longer than the battery one. I don't think it's been as informative, especially if you've done similar jobs to this. If you're familiar with soldering, I probably look like a novice. Well, guess what? He's a novice, so he's not very good. He just started. I think that's good enough for that side for now. But now I have to resituate this. Aha. So my goal is just to make sure that it has a solid connection that's not going to break in the first time I go over a curb or eat shit on a sidewalk or the street or get hit by some dickbag. So what this would do is break apart if it was a poor job. And I don't know that that would have terrible consequences, but based on the little knowledge I have, I'd probably be fucked. If your battery lost connection in the middle of a fucking ride, I would think you would be upset. I'm soldering my hair, I feel like. It keeps getting in the way. Dolce, get off me. Dolce. Right now, you're gonna get on my back? Dolce? Dude, this is bad. Bad behavior, Dolce. What the fuck? This soldering thing is hard. Especially when your soldering iron keeps going to sleep. Dolce, please get off, Dad. Please? Thank you. Sweetheart. You're just a little sweetheart. Oh. Ah, you guys. You fell over. We're at 24 minutes. I think I got 6 more minutes to finish this job up. If you guys want to see the rest of it. If you don't, go watch some other jackhole on YouTube or Facebook. The first time I soldered, I was like super careful, I thought, but what I was doing was I was soldering all like 4 sides. I've kind of learned now you just do one side and then the other and try to connect them as best as possible with the solder. But it's all new to me, and I honestly don't want to have the responsibility of teachers shouldered on me, but I like making content. I like learning. I like messing with stuff and tearing stuff open, and I have since I was a kid. So for all of you, which is probably all of you, Dolce, Jesus Christ. I think you all like to fuck shit up and do dope stuff. So I know you want Daddy's attention, but he's very busy. I usually listen to music when I'm doing something like this to calm me down, but I don't want to do DMC, whatever. I guess I could purchase like the YouTube music license, but it's a little shoddy to me, especially when you can do everything on TikTok for free. Ooh, my camera's got 22% battery left anyway. Guess I should have used a GoPro for this job. But I got all of the stuff done. I am going to have to leave out my secret surprise. I wasn't fast enough. So I'll show you in another video. Okay, I think that's a good place to be completed. So my next step is I have to put connectors over each one, like this. Ooh. Okay. No. Well, I gotta fix that one. Alright, let's do the big one. Let's see how it went. Of course, it's asleep again. Do I trust this connection? I think it's alright. So